Hi everyone, and hello. And when I say hello, I mean Jinhao, simply meaning you good, my acknowledgement that this is a benign encounter and no one's getting hurt. It's me handing out an olive branch. I mean cherry blossoms. No, that's Japanese. I mean lotus flowers. No, I mean I come in peace. When you say ni hao, you mean, look, I can only speak English, but I have made a couple of Chinese friends at university, so I thought of learning a new language. But my ni hao is as good as my bonjour. I don't wish to be exotic enough. So you can begin to tell me your Far East adventure, how you eat, pray, loved your way in Asia, how you found yourself under a Bodhi tree. It puzzles me even how you can find yourself in my motherland, but I'm lost in yours. So we just carry on talking in English like it was nothing but just a greeting, how are you? When I say how are you, I mean 吃了吗? Have you eaten? Did you have your chicken chow mein or your sliced beef in black bean sauce with a bag of prawn crackers? What I want to say is, am I the acquired taste that you find oriental initially? Am I your friends with different color skins so you can say that you're cultured? What I really want to say is, I don't like sweet and sour. The taste is as foreign to you as it's to me, but I'm still waiting for those crucial lines. So, how long have you been here? 6 years. Oh really, but your English is so good. Thank you. Every thank you translates to a Gucci. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've forgotten the beauty of Chinese character, how each stroke flows like Yangtze River, water runs in the veins of Chinese sons and daughters, the long history of my culture. Legends narrated in scriptures, carving to ancient bones fractures, how each stroke interlinks into strong and bold structures remind me of those weathered brick walls protecting my ancestors from intruders. I was sent away with my mother's prayers. She often told me how the moon shines far brighter and is far rounder on the other side of the sea. How she has to let go of this bird to fly for a better opportunity every sleepless night. Every ABC that I've learned is me ripping off my timbers and logs in my own language. Piece by piece, I break down the monastery of my own history. I set them on fire to keep me warm. The fire cries like dragonflies reunites with the moon home. The flame burns like feathers. Feng Huang turns to ashes and uprises a phoenix. I put my tears on the fire. Ashes to mud. I morph into letters and spit out words which taste like your Sunday roast, your fish and chips, or your English breakfast. Now when I say hello, I sound like you, and when I say ni hao, I sound like you. Coming to this country more than half a decade ago, where you from was and still is a question I get asked frequently. At first I thought the answer is simple, China. I've lived there for 18 years and all my family still lives in a lesser known city, so if it's not Beijing or Shanghai, the answer is pretty evident. Until I started to hear sentences like, why you don't look Chinese to me? I'd ask them why. Well, they say, because you don't have those eyes, or you don't have the accent, or simply, you're not like them. This made me realize that people's preconceived stereotypes putting all Chinese into one big umbrella and regressing our cultural diversity into one is unfair. Where I'm from, Chengdu, we're known for our 熊猫, as you call them, pandas. We're also known for our laid-back lifestyles. People like to eat spicy food, and the locals love their tea. So whenever someone tells me how much I must miss home, I often look outside and tell them I feel home right now, because my hometown rains just as much as it does here in England. A famous writer, Haile Selassie, once said, all identity is experience, and one's experience is where they're from. While trying to make a life here, I have a chance to have a curious encounters with people from various backgrounds. And what it never ceases to amaze me how much we have in common despite our cultural differences, our age differences, or where we grow up. And I also find what binds us together is not how we look or what we eat. What binds us together is those shared experiences, the laughter and tears. And so today, what I wanted to talk about today is how poetry has led me to find the truth within. I started to write poetry in the beginning of 2017. It was one of my New Year resolutions. So for that reason, I should have given up a long time ago. What kept me going was whenever I go to a poetry slam or open mic to share my piece, there will be one person who will come up to me and say, I get you. And that is enough for me. For once, I know and they know it is enough. I know and they know we're not alone. But whenever I'm writing something about my own experience or identity, I find myself lost. Such questions arise. Is Chinese really all that I am? The answer is clearly no. I'm more. I'm a PhD student here at the University of Kent. I'm a foodie. And I love cooking. I enjoy curry, pasta, and tagine, but my favorite food is Japanese. Yes, and I have made all these dishes. And not surprisingly, I'm a poet and an artist. All of us is an amalgamation of different aspects of our life, but also find sometimes there's one particular identity or trait stands out more to others. And it's as if we have multiple personas, and truth is that child's name at school many of us seem to forget. Because we care too much about what happens to vanity and rumor shouts too loud. Besides that, lie keeps telling everybody that truth passed the exam because she was cheating. The truth is that truth always passes the exam with dignity, despite what jealousy might be saying. Truth feels alone on the way home sometimes. She's scared to be alone, to be left in a corner or under piles of paper, even in crowds where too many experts are using her name as a scapegoat. A dead body hanging on the stage to be auctioned, waiting for the highest bid from the wolves of the Wall Street, so they can wear her skin and feast on her flesh. The truth is that truth tastes too bitter. Truth like medicine for the soul, but lies like cakes. The fabricators are too crafty, and glazing those surfaces too shiny and displaying them on decorative plates to hide the poison within. But we still eat them. We eat them more, we gorge them whole, even though we've known too well that too much of sweet stuff can make us sick, can make our teeth decay, leaving us with rotten smiles. But lies, just like cakes, they can make us feel good sometimes. When we lie, the feeling of getting away with it is adrenaline rush. Even though we feel our stomach aching as it passes through our body and it comes out at the end in the shape how it's supposed to be initially. The truth is that it's hard to tell the truth sometimes. When telling your truth, every single word chokes your windpipe with its sharp edges. It is hard to decide whether you should spit out or swallow back in again. Because either way, you are hurting yourself. But we also think the truths are hurting ourselves, but also forget the truth hurts the tellers more than the listeners. When telling your truth, it seems that the majority rules. So you silence yourself. You put your truth to sleep and bury its body in your back garden only to find out that the body was yourself, so you started to whisper the truth to yourself. Even sometimes, the truth form on your tongue and come up to your mouth in a different language. I'm fine. I need some time. Leave me alone. Please stay. It's alright. Help, help, help. I don't miss you. Call me right now. I love you. See you never. So you decided to tell the truth to yourself, but the liars and the lies and lies and lie and lie. Maybe I should just call the truth. To tell your truth can be a challenging thing to do. The fear of being judged and being wronged puts us off speaking up about our own truth. And being a man, the society tells us to be a responsible father, a caring son, or a loving partner. It also tells us not to show our emotions. And most of the time, my friends and my family see me as this happy and optimistic person, but there were some times I want to say to them, I too have bad days. And this notion of being a man has led to a long battle dealing with my own anxiety and depression. And writing poetry has given me a voice to express myself in ways which I find difficult to do in daily conversation. And today, I would like to tell a story. A story began long after the Big Bang, a story told not long before now, a story about us, mankind. When the boy first came out of his mother's womb, he cried. The noise was music to her ears, but she feared that her precious baby might wake up predators or neighbors, so she covered his mouth with her bosom, feeding him gently. From her, he learned how to live quietly. When the boy's grown, he thought pink was only for women, being soft should be abandoned, all his feelings, his insecurity hiding behind his immature face like a shriveled bud, formed in the winter, frosted, was unable to blossom. The harsh weather, the blazing wind carved his chiseled bone structures. He is a man now, meaning he needs to go out hunting, bleeding blood, no tears. He needs to hold the badge of pride, holding back the doubts on his mind. But he shatters his pride into pieces and swallows them, though he hurts inside. Each scratch and each cut is a reminder to him that he is still alive. He wants to cry, but he cannot. Because this society tells him so. That you need to be strong, that you need to be tough, and you need to be a man. But I wonder, what does it take to be a man? Is it a strong physical body that on display to exhibit a steel-like will inside, or is it the barbaric behavior showing the public, claiming the territories and what's included? Or is it the blessed or cursed self-entitlement allows one's mind gets to thinking that everyone else is weak? One may start to wonder, is it to be a man, or is it just plain animal? As the archaeologists discovered the ancient bones buried in the grounds, named the first man Lucy, not Adam or Eve. Eve comes later, she's dumb and young, she's got persuaded by the serpent to fool Adam into having the fruit forbidden, regardless the warnings from the God. So where's Eden? Where's the so-called freedom if a man cannot cry, it's like a bird cannot fly? Men have been manipulated into believing manpower is about being rough and ignorant by following the crowds like sheep. Men have been pressurized so hard that they can't be expressive enough about their feelings. So how about we say, it is time to stop this now. Don't wait until when you see the man that you loved is no longer him, and the man you cared is no longer here, or is because he needs to be a man. Tell them that it's okay to be afraid, it is okay to be scared, and it's okay to be weak. Trees don't go strong without being a seed, and eagles don't fly high without breaking with their wings. So be liberated. Be in touch with your senses and embrace your softness and be a man, kind. I find that writing poetry is an intimate experience, almost spiritual. It sheds a light on what it's like to stay true to yourself, and it helps one to explore one's authentic self. And I want you to consider this. If your accent is just an act, your skin is just a piece of clothing that you're wearing, and your origin is just a starting point, ask yourself, who are you? Or others? Really, who are you behind it all, and where are you going? If you ask me, I don't know will be my answer, just enjoying the views in front of me, the views beside me and the views behind me. I don't know where I'm going. I suppose none of us knows where we're going, perhaps somewhere, the place we're going to. Somewhere to meet someone, somewhere to miss someone, somewhere to burn, to live, to laugh, to love, or somewhere to be alone. Somewhere to meet, somewhere to build a house, somewhere to make a home, somewhere to drown, to cry, to rest, to die, or somewhere to heal. Heading somewhere, if you ask me. I'm on the road to somewhere unknown. The map that I have does not guide me to the destination. The map that I have only indicates where I have been. I'm an explorer, I tell you. I'm still seeing things that I haven't seen before every day, every hour, every minute, every second. Thank you.